All right, now we're going to talk about the notification center. Put your finger up on the status bar and pull down from there. You can see this slowly coming down. You can pull it down faster if you want, and you can also push it back up all by just grabbing that little line right there. So you can either flick it away, or just bring it down slowly. Okay, well, first things first, we're going to start on the today section. If you notice there, you have the two different tabs, today and notification. And the very first thing it says is today's date with some weather. And then the next thing we have is a widget. That's what this whole page is all about, just widgets. Some of your favorite apps will have widgets inside them. And here you'll see different information based on whatever widget you have inside there. And this is probably one of the most functional widgets there are. You can actually have a full-fledged calculator inside there. Not sure why you need it, but it's nice to have. Sometimes I have it in there and use it once in a while. And then basically all you have to do is just click on one of these little links here inside the app, and it typically takes you right into the app itself. I'll show you how that works in a little bit. All right, and then you come all the way down here. You can go ahead and edit, and just click on that right there, and you can see how you can edit them. What we'll do is we'll start out by editing by taking the weather widget out. So you just click on negative and then you click on remove. And you can also reorder just by clicking on this little thing over here on the far right, which enables you to reorder. Now if you notice the bottom one and the top one, you cannot reorder. See, there's nothing on to the far right as far as those little lines that allow you to do that. They're stuck in that position. Now you come down here and you can see all the ones that you do not want to include. This is where you'll find all of your new ones when you first download an app, and then all of a sudden they show up in here and they say, hey, you know, I got something that you can use now. And all you have to do is just click the plus button and then just kind of scroll back up, and there is the stocks widget. Now if I press done, the stocks widget is going to go ahead and load. And as you can see, it's loading everything. It's looking good. This is where apps actually present information. You know, I'm sure you've felt your phone vibrate once in a while and you wonder why. Well, this is why, and this is how you deal with it. Like as an example here, my Pebble let me know that the other day, 2 days ago, there was a firmware update. You know, it's nothing you need to do, but they're just trying to let you know. But if I click on it, it'll actually open up the Pebble app and will allow me to go ahead and use the Pebble app. No big deal. It's letting you know it's there. Now if I want to go back, all I have to do is pull back down. And if you notice now that Pebble notification is gone, so it's just can't be accessed again. And that's the intent of this, is to let you know that something has happened and you can go away. Now if you look at the very far right, there's that little X right there. So if you press that, then it turns into this little button called clear, and that you can make them clear and go away. So you can just clear these and they just, you know, just go away, no big deal. You know, if you want to clean them all up, you can. You don't have to. You can just leave them. It's up to you. All right. Now, one of the things that I wanted to show you is some of the settings for this. In the settings app in the notifications tab, all you have to do is just start looking around, and you can see that you can sort them manually or sort them by time. It's kind of how do you want them. You can also edit them, and you can move them around. That's if you wanted to sort them manually. You can actually just kind of drag them around in different ways. That way you can have them in the order of what you think is important. I like them by time because then the most recent one's at the top. So every app, if you look, it just keeps on going. But every app pretty much has notifications of some sort. And then what you can do is you can take a look at and decide how you want to organize them. All right, so let's take a look at the phone real quick. So what we can do here is, the very first option is, do we want to allow in the notification center? Yes or no. And then the next one is show notifications in this notification center. And this is how many do you want? How many notifications do you want for each app? And then some apps allow you to modify the sounds. So in this particular case, allows you to change the ringtone to the text tone. And then of course, everybody's familiar with that little icon on your apps that says, red thing that's on your apps that says that you have some sort of message. Well, that's what this is. So you can turn that on or turn it off. Now this thing right here on the bottom, it says show on lock screen. That's kind of important. I think it's a privacy thing. I don't really think it's important for you to share with the world your text message or your phone call when your phone is in the lock screen. So I turn that off. I turn that off on every one. Now this next thing is we'll take a look at here. You can see the far left one is none, a little banner that pulls down, or a little alert that comes in the middle, allows you to do some sort of response to it, like ignore, snooze, or something like that. And then you can just see there at the bottom there, different information that what they do. You have to change these settings for every app. And there's no global setting. You have to go through and change it for everything. And it's not a big deal. It's just something you have to do. I do like to have this one on the lock screen, like I said earlier in my previous tutorial, on the lock screen. The reason being is because when I walk into a business, it might be nice for me to be able to just pull out my phone and pay with my passbook. So, and then we can just keep on going down here. And then what we run into down at the very bottom is some ones that I do not want any notifications at all. Basically, you just turn that off. If I were to flip this and then choose some different settings, I could go ahead and make those changes. And then you notice it's no longer in the do not include, but I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the do not include, and there it is again. And then down here at the very far bottom, you have some options. Do you want Amber alerts, or do you want emergency alerts? Just something to think about. To the Touch ID and passcode. So we'll click that, enter our passcode, and we're going to go into it a little bit. This is something I wanted you to see, because it kind of gives you some information down here as far as what can be seen from the, and this is how you turn off the today and the notification view on the lock screen. Just something to think about. Just flip these two right here, and then you will have that so that you can see these from the lock screen, because normally you can't. And I personally prefer it that way, but it's just something, it's an individual choice. It's up to you, however you like it. Alrighty then. Well, I hope you learned something, and have a good day.